Who is behind the mask?
It's Porch Guy Part 1. Gonna be talking about the masked man. I was in the Nancy Guthrie abduction surveillance Google Nest video. Who is this man? How well did he plan this? Who was he working with? Who was he working for? We're going to be going over the theories of who is Porch Guy. So we're going to be unmasking Porch Guy in this series. So I'm going to go over, first of all, my broader theory of what happened that night. We're not going to go into conspiracies. We're going to go into, there's been a lack of information on the case. The FBI, the police are holding information close to the chest, and they're not involving the public. So all we can do is speculate. So I believe that Nancy Guthrie was targeted, surveilled. Okay, and we're going to go into all of the theories later on, but this is the basis of what happened that night. She's been targeted for months. She's been surveilled. I believe that they're going to abduct her, convert money into Bitcoin. Okay, this is going off the official story. And that if someone is going to do this, why would they do this? So we're going to go off of criminology common sense. Okay, now the police and the FBI, these criminals are sloppy. They put their hand in front of the camera. Look, he picked up a bush, and we're going to analyze the footage later. These people, just based off of the face, we have a video of one person. From day one, I knew that multiple people are involved, between 2 to 3, a driver, and a bare minimum of 2 people to abduct. Now, this whole scheme, kidnapping someone for ransom, this is going to be done by 2 to 3, maybe 4, 5 people. These people are going to be addicted to drugs. They're going to have a criminal background. Okay, they could be from this country, they could be from Mexico. Doesn't really matter, but they spend a lot of time in America. I believe that they're 9-to-5ers. There's videotapes of the guy surveilling Nancy Guthrie on January 11th, 3 weeks before, and another date, both falling on the weekends. So these people are 9-to-5ers, so they work types of jobs that are like maybe construction, school teacher. They're not completely lazy bums. I believe that they probably smoke crystal meth, and I believe that they were fueled by drugs to do this process. They're stupid, but they're sophisticated. I believe these are sophisticated criminals as far as the recon. And this is based off of the physical, what we know theory. Who would do this based on police working this and that? So it's not necessarily what I believe. We're going to go into, I believe that this thug, this Porch Guy, okay, that they spent a minimum of 2 to 3 months planning this. They have to be from that area, and as time goes on, I believe that they live in that neighborhood. I believe that when you're doing these type of crimes, you're going to have a safe house, and you're going to have multiple locations where you're going to stack the victim. If this is out in the country, you have a barn house, a farmhouse, a cellar, a basement, something where you're able to stay out of public view. And when you have multiple people involved in the kidnapping, you can send one of the kidnappers that wasn't at the scene of the crime, can go grab groceries, he can go grab gasoline, because he wasn't there. You have the getaway driver, the 2 people that broke in the house, and there might be a ringmaster. So I believe that 4 people are involved, and here's what went down. They broke in, they nabbed her. I believe the whole motive was a kidnapping for millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. These are regular people. That's why I want to say they're 9-to-5ers. They have the abduction, the recon set, but they weren't professional kidnappers. I believe in that case, that's someone that's probably word of mouth, someone that worked on the Guthrie's house, know who she was. She might have bragged to the cable guy who has cartel connections. Okay, so I believe that these are underlings in the cartel, meth heads that have some breaking and entering, some drug sale backgrounds, but they're not murderers per se. Right? They probably know murderers. They probably know people that have died. They're not shot callers in the cartel. These are little low lives, drug mules type people that work construction. So I believe it's someone that worked construction in the area that did some type of work to the house that also lived in the neighborhood. They took her in the middle of the night. They might even took her on foot to a stash house, and from the stash house that's located in the neighborhood, they went to a second location, okay? Probably in Tucson, maybe in Mexico, but probably maybe in Tucson, maybe a different state. But I believe in order for this to get done, the person that lives, that person that did this, had to live in that neighborhood or live minutes within the neighborhood, okay? So you'd be looking for someone with a criminal background that's changed his life, that probably smokes meth and works construction, probably does some type of, not a complete low-paying job, but in order for this theory to work, it makes sense that it's a cartel. People that can go in and out. One day they're working a blue-collar job, they're getting tired of it, they used to sell drugs, now they're looking for a big score. That's who I believe is the type of person that would pull this off. That's my humble opinion. If you're going off the basic theory. Now, I got my own conspiracies. We're going to go into unmasking this guy. So I believe that this is a Hispanic male in his mid to late 30s, maybe early 40s. Okay, I want to say on the younger side of things. So I would say late 30s, early 40s. It could be a white person too, but it's someone that maybe works construction, someone that's familiar with the area. And I believe they were boots on the ground in the abduction. I believe this was a 3 to 4 person job, probably around 3 people. Okay, and there's a person that's hiding behind the scene. There's a puppet master that's tech savvy, that's sending the ransom, that knows about VPNs. And the boots on the ground people who were there for the abduction. I think the person that abducted the door guy was probably one of the main people, but I think Nancy is word of mouth, local area, someone that intimately knew her, like a gardener, something like that, did word of mouth to maybe a cartel, like maybe a Hispanic person that's a gardener that used to be a cartel member, maybe has a criminal history that went to that house. Maybe a Russian person too, because these could be Russian scammers as well. That's another theory for another day. But I'm just doing a breakdown of this. So more to come. This is based on the official narrative. Okay. I don't necessarily again, this is on the money stuff. If you're an investigator, it's what things you would probably look into. But I have other theories, and sometimes those conspiracy theories are right. But this is the main narrative. We're going to stick to that. And, that's where I'd be looking.